Hi guys, and welcome to Freakwazine.com. I'm excited for you along your journey to wellness. Today I'm going to talk about inflammation, the types of inflammation, and how to alleviate inflammation permanently for a lifetime. Here at Freakwazine.com, we do not plan to treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Please consult with your healthcare practitioner before integrating any of these tips or educational tools. Okay, let's get started. Inflammation. First, I'm here to tell you that there are two types of inflammation, and not all inflammation is bad inflammation. The two types of inflammation is acute and chronic. Acute inflammation occurs, the mild forms that is, occurs through exercise, injuries, cuts, sprains, and things of that nature. If you ever fell down on the ground and tapped your knee, these are some forms of acute inflammatory responses because your tissue is inflamed to let you know that there's some pain there. Okay, these are sensors and notifications of pain. And over time, through proper rest, these types of injuries go completely away. Okay? The other type of inflammation is chronic, okay? Some forms of chronic inflammation is degenerative disease, okay? And simply that is inflammation in the organ tissue. So our goal is to find the underlying cause of your inflammation to help you alleviate your symptoms. So some of the factors that you want to address when it comes to inflammation is stress, air, water, and diet. Okay. Whether you have acute or chronic stress, you must address stress, air, water, and diet. And I know you're asking, what does air, stress, water, and diet have to do with inflammation? I'll tell you. Stress. You have environmental stress. Emotional stress, and physical stress. When you address your environmental stress, which is toxins, your emotional stress, meaning your well-being, your physical stress, meaning how well you tolerate, situations and circumstances, you'll find that you are able to manage your cortisol, okay? Stress is related to cortisol levels. Yes, cortisol has been linked to inflammation, okay? So once you address your cortisol and learn proper stress management techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, aromatherapy, and rigorous exercise, utilizing more adaptogen herbs, you'll find that you will have more control over the stressors in your life. The air that you breathe in every day is so important to your stress levels. Today, being that we live indoors, that's some of the most toxic air you can breathe. So you want to purchase air purifier, a humidifier, and things of that nature. When you purchase air humidifiers and air purifiers, what these types of instruments do is just simply pull some of the dust and debris out of the home so that you can breathe more easily. I encourage you to use these type of purifiers at nighttime if you can. Okay? Another type of often neglected type of response in the body is coming from water. Okay, water today, especially bottled water, is not regulated by the FDA. And so what you find is when your water is not as clean as it should be, we are susceptible to getting toxins inside of our body. Okay? Being that tap water is regulated, you can put a small filter on the tap or purchase a whole reverse osmosis filtration system. By doing this, you are eliminating a lot of the chloramine that's in the water. Yes, they use chlorine and ammonia, which is called chloramine, to cleanse the filthy water during the filtration process, and then push those contaminants out there, and then they run it through our household faucets. So if you are drinking pure tap water, you are getting some form of chloramine and minerals in your system. So it is imperative to put some type of filter on your tap. That is one of the key components to keeping your system clean and free of a lot of the dirty water. Okay, if you live in a country area or if you live by hospitals, you may find things like fecal matter or prescription drugs in your water. So it's so important to get a tap on your faucet. Another factor of inflammation is poor diet. If you are here in the United States, you must understand that the FDA has allowed GMOs. So here are some of the underlying causes of inflammation from a dietary perspective. Alcohol, prescription drugs, illegal drugs, cigarettes, okay, heavy grain consumption, pasteurized dairy, and conventional soy products have all been linked to inflammation. Okay? So, now that you have made an identification of some of the causes of inflammation, now I'm going to teach you how to alleviate inflammation and remove it out of the body. First, let's understand it. Here's a human being. Okay? A lot of the inflammation starts in the gut. Okay? And when we address our gut health, we are better able to get a hold of inflammation. Here in the United States, the average person has what you call an oversized belly, meaning the belly is big and they have too much visceral fat. And contrary to popular belief, we do not burn fat. What we do is we shrink the fat cells through proper diet and rigorous exercise. Okay. So if you're asking, how do I get a healthy gut? First, you have to get genetic testing. You want to ask them for the IgG gluten test. And you want them to give you a gut health assessment. Okay, genetic testing, IgG gluten test, gut health assessment. What you'll find is these tests are created to let you know what foods are agreeable and what foods aren't agreeable with you. We're all different. And I cannot particularly tell you what food is best for you. Okay? Go get tested. Now, when we talk about the dietary perspective of inflammation, what you'll find is the minute you go in the grocery store and shop along the perimeter of the aisle, you see a list of foods and aisle foods. These foods all combat inflammation. Raw fruits and veggies will heal inflammation from the inside out. Okay? Raw fruits and veggies. Avoiding gluten grains, dairy, and soy. Now let me break this down to you because a lot of people are in a state of unawareness as it pertains to grains, dairy, and soy. So I'll politely break down this information for you. Gluten. A lot of you that are watching this, if you're going gluten-free, you simply have just eliminated wheat and eating the other grains. Okay, a true gluten-free diet is complete grain removal because there's some form of gluten in all of them. The only grain that has not been linked to inflammation is rice, but is relatively high on the glycemic index. And if you are if you have insulin issues, you will find rice to interfere with your weight gain as well. Dairy. Okay, a lot of people are saying eat the grass-fed dairy, the raw grass-fed dairy from A2 cows, in which a lot of testing is not strong enough to make such a thorough diagnosis. But please understand that the cow of another mammal was used to feed that other mammal, and that even though something may be grass-fed, it is very estrogenic, causing growths in the human body. So if you do get tested and they say you're not lactose intolerant and you can't have it, please be mindful that it is very estrogenic, and it also offsets some diseases like brain fog, asthma, and arthritis. Okay? Conventional soy. A lot of things that you may find in your food, especially processed food, is soy-based products. The reason why a lot of people are using soybeans because it is so cheap to grow, and it is so cheap to just make it, add it or have it as an additive in your oils or cosmetic products. But be mindful that soy is an endocrine disruptor because it is a female estrogen plant affecting your glands in the endocrine system. So, here are a few tips. Intermittent fasting helps alleviate inflammation. Juicing and high intensity interval training. Okay? Fasting, juicing, and high intensity interval training. So, if you are in a space where you have inflammation in your stomach, being that you have excessive amounts of visceral fat, or you may have it in the derriere area, in the thigh area, or near the heart or the neck, my advice to you, the first step is to incorporate a juicing plan. If your health does not allow you to work out how you should, you want to first start off by eating appropriately. Be mindful when you're working out, you must be healthy enough to work out. You know, the goal of the working out is to break down the body. Rest and diet is what builds the body back up more healthily. So when you are incorporating my recommendations, right, and you work with your own bodily systems and understand the process, the inflammation goes away on its own. There is no need for conventional medicine when you have addressed the root cause. The issue is a lot of people think they have addressed the root cause, but you have not, okay? And if you're watching this and you say you have gone gluten-free, the truth of the matter is you have not gone gluten-free if you just eliminated wheat. Again, a true gluten-free diet is complete grain removal. And what I've noticed is during people's pursuit to rid themselves of inflammation, they don't get rapid results because they have not eliminated the dairy. You will get faster results in your body when you remove dairy completely out. So the anti-inflammatory advice that I would give: remove grains, soy, and dairy. Get an air purifier, purify your water. Get an air purifier, purify your air. Put a filter on your tap, okay? And go sign up at a gym and do some form of rigorous high intensity interval training. I hope that you find this information tool to be beneficial to your journey to health. Thank you and have a great day.